Going on the weather front, as Betsy told us about a few minutes ago, a lot popping tonight, and things are going to get pretty busy as we move forward. Betsy, what's the latest?
Yeah, well, we do have the forecast that goes through the evening that takes temperatures down towards 60 degrees. Note the thunderstorms that are going to be moving into greater Cleveland. So we have a little bit of a lull right now in much of northern Ohio, but we do have areas across northern Ohio and out to the west as well that does have a severe thunderstorms and also the possibility of the tornado watch. Of course, now my clicker decides not to work, so we're just going to give that little computer a bit of a kick of its own. There you see where the tornado watch is located. It does not include Cleveland, but Cleveland, don't let your guard down because we still have the potential for some strong storms, specifically this cluster right here that's going to continue to move to the east. We also have these little thunderstorms that have popped out ahead of that we're keeping a very close eye on. But right now that tornado watch is for areas farther south. We're starting to get some heavy rain down into portions of Holmes County at this point too. We are going to focus first out to the west because this is where our greatest threat is right now, specifically from this storm complex. You can see all the lightning associated with it. Meanwhile, just to the east of Norwalk, out to southeast of Milan, we do have areas where we're getting some thunder and some lightning. So as we investigate this further, not only do we have the possibility for heavy rain, but we've had a few little reports of some hail that has been popping out of some of these thunderstorms as they continue to move to the east. And it is indicative when we have the lightning like this that a lot of times will show where we have the hail possibilities. Little hail core just sitting down to the south of Tiffin at this point. But we're always watching the winds in these storm complexes. And when we see reds and greens kind of gathered together, that's where we have that possibility of spin. This storm is spinning. We know there is some ground truth to that. Spotter reports have said, yes, the clouds are spinning, but we don't know that we have that ground connection as of yet. But there is some indication that there is that spin that is happening just to the southeast of the Tiffin area right now. And this is going to continue to move to the east-northeast. As it does so, we're going to bring it into Huron County here within the next hour or so. So Lyme, Ridgefield, Norwalk at about 6:45 or so. If you kind of translate that a little bit farther to the east, if it continues moving at about 55 miles per hour or so, and we're going to bring this all the way out into Cuyahoga and Summit counties, we're talking at about 7:30 to 8 o'clock. So give us a little bit of wiggle room on that, but we do have the possibility of not only strong storms with very gusty winds, maybe some small hail, but the torrential rain that is also a problem with all of this. Now, I do want to talk rain rates really quick because these rain rates are pretty impressive. This is going to lay down a lot of water in a very short amount of time. So localized inundating rainfall and localized flooding, not only out to the west in Tiffin, but look here into portions of Huron County, even central portions of Lorain County right now. Meanwhile, farther south, look at Millersburg getting hit with heavy rain. Tuscarawas County, you have another thunderstorm complex that is coming your way. You've already been belted by one strong storm earlier this evening. You have another one that's going to be moving in with all of that heavy rain. All of this is associated with the much larger storm system that does continue to move in. I see that new warning. Let me take you back. Does that include Huron now? All right, we're going to go back to Huron County real quick because we do have a tornado warning that has been issued now for western sections of Huron County. And there you see it. Okay, this is exactly what we were talking about, that storm out to the west, that rotation that we mentioned just south of Tiffin, moving east-northeast. That does include the western county, the southwestern corner of Erie County, western portions of Huron County now. And again, this storm is moving at about 55 miles per hour or so. And as it continues to move to the east, it's not only producing this rotation, which is broadly centered right down in here. So if we kind of draw that line right out, it's kind of on a beeline toward the Norwalk area, generally speaking. But it is moving at 55 miles per hour, and it has that heavy rain and also the hail that is indicated in it. And there you see it. I'm going to track it for you one more time, about 30 minutes or so out from that area. So if you have kids that are out and about, you got family out and about, you got 30 minutes. I would put it at 15 minutes just to be on the safe side. Then you want to be in a place where you can stay. Now, I know I keep saying Norwalk, but it's generally western sections of Huron County where we have this greatest threat. So we have hail. We have the possibility of very high wind, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts have already been recorded with this storm. Now we have that tornado threat that is also moving in on top of all of that. And again, generally speaking, it's western portions of Huron County. We don't want to let southwestern Erie County out of the woods on this one yet because this storm does have that possibility to kind of maneuver a little bit. So I would even say even southern sections of Huron County, 224 corridor out toward Fitchville, New London area. You folks should probably have the heads up up too, because even if you don't get the spinning portion of the thunderstorm, remember this thing is still packing quite the punch with very heavy rain and also those gusty winds. There you see, this is known as a bow echo, okay? And this is so these high-speed winds are coming out with that thunderstorm. You get these little eddies that form, and that's where that spin up is possibly going to be making some big problems there. Just keeping an eye on the National Weather Service's chat, making sure we don't have anything new that they have been putting out, but they say that this thunderstorm is obviously severe and it does have that possibility of producing a tornado at any moment. So there's a lot going on with this particular thunderstorm complex. I do want to show you the 7-day forecast right after I show you the hour-by-hour forecast here, because this thunderstorm complex, which is indicated right here, will continue marching east, and you can kind of see it kind of broadens out once we get towards 8 p.m., moving through areas of Cleveland, down through Akron and Canton. So even though we have that little bit of a lull in the thunderstorms right now throughout most of northeast Ohio, we have the possibility of the uptick of the additional thunderstorms as we go through the latter part of the evening. And then as this continues to move farther to the east toward the state line area, we will finally see that moving out. Do want to tell you, we just had an update. The National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm warning now for Erie and Huron counties. That does also include Lorain and let's see. Oh, they moved the tornado watch north. We're just going to restack. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to go back because we had a massive expansion that just took place. This is breaking news right now. Let me take this out. We're going to come back to this because the tornado watch has been expanded and we have a new severe thunderstorm watch that's just been put out. Let me get rid of this crawl real quick. And there we go. Okay, so restack. We have a brand new tornado watch that was just expanded all the way up to the county line. Remember, I told you, don't let your guard down, Cleveland. This is why this particular storm out here prompted the National Weather Service to expand the tornado watch clear to the lake. So that now includes just about all of northern Ohio with the exception of Lake and Ashtabula County. This is till 9 o'clock. This is all in advance of this single storm that's causing all of these problems. So out ahead of the storm, we have very strong storms that have been popping up, maybe some small dime-sized hail in this, but very torrential rain. This is the beast that's sitting out here by Tiffin right now, and that's going to continue to cruise into western sections of Huron County, aiming almost directly toward Norwalk. So if you're in Norwalk, now is the time to start getting everybody together, getting your things together to get into your safety spot as soon as possible. Farther south, we still have that tornado watch that is also active. We have more stormy weather that moves in later tonight as all of this kind of unfolds. But as you can see, that there's kind of a lull right now. But again, we are all in advance of all of this that is moving in. So we have this particular cell that did indeed prompt the tornado warning that's sitting out here in portions of, let me just put this way. There we go. There's that particular cell. And again, this is known as a bow echo. So we have very high speed straight line winds coming out of this thing. And then it's going to start to spin up on the northern side of it. Did I see ping pong? Seneca County in Bloomville reporting ping pong size hail right now. So let me pull that bad boy up and we'll see where that hail marker is starting to show up here. And there you can see the warning specifically. I'm not seeing any hail. Well, I guess this would probably be our hail marker right here, as this is Seneca County out here. And again, that's the possibility of ping pong ball sized hail that is being reported to the National Weather Service at this point. We're always concerned in these situations when we have these bow echoes. It's the northern end of that bow echo that sometimes you can get that little spin going on. We have a shear product that we're showing you right now, and that's kind of showing us where the best potential, according to the radar data, is showing that spin is now to the east of Tiffin. But we always like to kick it old school and show you the raw data here. And this is the wind from the radar. So the wind data coming from the radar. The radar is always watching how the raindrops, how the hailstones are moving in the atmosphere and how quickly they are moving too. When you see these bright colors, that means that it is moving toward the radar at a very high rate of speed. This is the bow echo, okay? So this is your straight line winds coming toward the radar, moving from west to east. So Willard, you folks are going to be getting some very high wind gusts here, not too short a time, maybe 15 minutes or so, as that's going to start to move in. On the northern end of that